Several of you suggested that I take a look at Chinchilla's 1.5, specifically Boogie. So let's get started.
I wish that I could say I can only deal with so much rejection. But that implies I'm gonna leave and I'm too weak, yeah, I'm too weak now. I'm hopelessly addicted to the breadcrumbs of your affection. When you send one less kiss than me, it's all I read, it's all I read now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for, emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times.
It's musically, it's beautiful. Her voice is always incredible. The concept of the story is, of course, not getting that equal love that you're putting out there, saying that they only say I love you once out of 5 times, and when she says it. So I'm interested to see where the story goes. In addition to that, her outfit is a little jarring in comparison to how open and honest the music is and the words. So I'm curious to see where this goes.
Once I love you back 5 times.
It's gorgeous of her vocals and the duo.
I don't know how to keep to my own bare minimum boundary. I hope you never see the truth, that I would move no more for you now. So I cling onto the secret while you dance in circles around me. We both know I won't make you choose, in case you do, in case I lose now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more?
So you do it out of spite, and could you tell me more? To me, these lyrics are extremely relatable. You know, I feel like we've, at some point in time, been in a relationship, whether it be with a partner or whether it be with a family member, and in some cases, it could even be a parent. My point, though, is that it's such a relatable song lyrically. And we've all, at some point in time, felt like we weren't getting the same reciprocation of feelings and love and care that we're putting out there for this other person. And it's a shame. I mean, I would even go to say that goes really with anything. Animals, for example. Like if you've ever really wanted an animal and you got it and it just didn't give you that same amount of excitement back that you have for it and that you had in getting it, it's such a struggle, because especially when you have an extreme affection or connection with someone and it's just not reciprocated, of course we feel vulnerable in those situations, and it's so hard to get over. And just the way that she's put these words together, to me, really resonate. because I like that. All we want is if the feelings aren't mutual, then just say something. Because in the end, at some point in time, they're eventually going to come out. Whether it's a day later, a year later, a month later, many months later, many years later, if that person doesn't feel the same, then it's always, if it's not discussed, it's not going to be worked out. In any case, it's heartbreaking because there are so many amazing, wonderful people out there who deserve to have a relationship. Again, whether it be with a person, a parent, an animal, whatever the case may be, that you get the same respect and the same energy brought back to you. And it's so painful. I've been through it so many times. It's so painful to go through. And I love this song lyrically. Musically, her voice is always absolutely incredible. And when she does some of the chorus or the accompaniment of her voices, there's this delay and echo that just fades out in the background, which I absolutely love.
Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for, emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times. So say I love you. So say I love you. So say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Oh. So say I love you. Say I love you. Oh, say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Sometimes I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes?
As I said, it is a beautiful song. It's a shame, and it's hard. I mean, there are many parts of life that are difficult, and it's hard to go through. My point in saying that is, it's, at least for me, it was always nice to have songs and bands that you could listen to, or that I could listen to, and have that same sort of pain or despair to know that I wasn't alone in any of it, or in part of it. About the song, I really loved the way that this built. I've said this before, I'm a sucker for songs that have great builds and wonderful payoffs, and I felt like this did that because her voice is kind of delicate in the beginning, and all we have is just the piano. And as we get towards the end, and she's constantly reiterating about, the love in 1 out of 5, and the strings and the cello kind of come in a little chaotically in the beginning, and I think that that's a great point in which it's done, because this song is already about discomfort and despair and just the things that we try to deal with, and especially when dealing with love and emotions and connection. And it kind of came in, like I said, a little chaotic, but then it just completely blended out. I actually want to listen to that again because it helps with that build, and then we come in and it's just a great connection musically to the song.
Only love sometimes.
Now this is the end, but I wanted to point that out again real quick as well, because I really like how it goes out similar, in the similar fashion that it came in. Again, we didn't end on like this beautiful melody and these beautiful, perfectly tuned notes. We ended on this kind of like screeching and discomfort and confusion, which I think is a great way to end it, because we're not resolved as far as the answers are concerned at the end of this. I mean, we're still dealing with this individual, this person, this animal, this whatever object it is that you're not getting this reciprocation for. And I just like that. There's no resolution. But I love these accompanying vocals. Yeah, see where... See, they could have on that piano note, they all could have come in at the same time there, but I like that they didn't, because it's still a little uncomfortable until we actually blend in. So if it would have just been those first couple of introduction notes before the piano, I don't feel like it's enough. I love the way that this blended together. So let's go. So see, they could have got, that's the note they could have gone in on, but it still stays out of tune, so to speak. It's not till about right around there is where they start to really kind of blend together. But I just loved that it was, like I said, you've got this just chaos. I even love the way that the camera's pulling out. So we get this like we would see in a movie, in some cases a suspense or an action scene. You know, we typically have strings that will be doing that same thing. It's to pull the viewer in. So we're pulling out as these strings are kind of doing the same thing. So we get this nice visualization along with the accompaniment of the music. And it's almost like that zoom out stops when they really come into to play with each other. In any case, I don't want to keep reiterating that. It's just, I thank you so much for recommending this song. It's such an incredible song, and I'm so glad that Never Too Old to Boogie suggested this. What do you think? Had you heard this song? Do you like the song? Do you get the same feeling of connection to it? Are you personally connected to this song? Do you find that it's relatable in some way? Have you gone through those same feelings that she's discussing as well? I know I did. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching Melodic Logic, and until next time, please take care.